Hi guys, this is Cora from Yardfarm, and we're checking in. We've got some new crops coming up, onions, and the newest asparagus
bed
patch.
number 2 being mulched gently.
So he's mulching the asparagus. We learned that keeps moisture in the ground, and we have since seen it make a big difference in our yard. So we've got our yard pretty much wood chipped and mulched. We've got some of our bushes and our trees coming up.
You'll notice this right here, this block has one of our trees in it. One of our apples, pink ladies. The ones that have, there's 3 of them that have it filled inside. That indicates ones that aren't doing too well, but the rest of them are great. Same with the DeAndrew pears, these 2 that are
So each
upright.
place there's a brick, there's a small apple tree growing in there.
And this keeps the birds from eating our moringa tree.
Yes, because they like to munch our moringa tree.
They love it. And they like
We've
it
got
when
some
it
birds in
sprouts.
our palm tree, and they love to
eating
eat
it.
them. Yep. Took us a few months to figure that out. We had planted several moringa and lost them
Sprouted, but
to the
they
birds.
didn't last.
Yeah, very shortly after it sprouted, it'd be gone. I
Gotta be careful walking around because everything's so small.
I think they ate the new sprigs off of the cuttings that we had
I think they
rooted
did too.
Because some of those cuttings had rooted and then they just died.
Now, I'm going to set down my pitchfork. And if you'll follow me, I'll show you Kabocha Hill. With our Kabocha squash planted on, well, that's the west. So, south facing, we get a little bit of sun up through there, but not much. But I load the mulch on top with water. It's still got some moisture down below. It's capping it until these squash get bigger.
So all that green halfway up the ridge is all
Those are my
squash.
sweet peas from the Mission garden. The 2 that are getting watered right now on the other side of that fence. Those 2 are Mission garden sweet peas. And then in the next one, there's purple sweet peas and purple bush beans that'll come up, and zinnias. This, I'm just loading up the mulch with moisture to hold it in. And since this dirt hasn't had any chance to really be conditioned with microbes at all, I give them
We'll
a little
see
bit,
what happens.
a little bit more moisture until they get a little bigger and their roots get deep enough. But I've dug under the mulch out here. We've only had the farm going 9 months.
Yep.
9 months on Monday was our anniversary. The 11th of July, I planted my first green onions in the backyard in a little bed
From the
of
commissary.
sorts. Yeah, grocery store produce.
Yep, from the
just
grocery
a
store.
cutting maybe 1.5 inches long. Stuck them in there and they grew. It was awesome. I was off to the races then. Since then, 9 months later, everything has changed. We're taking over the whole property, making it a great big food forest. Right now we're working on trees, infrastructure. Trees will dig down deep, like those 2 eucalyptus. They'll dig to the water table and they'll bring everything
bring
up, and
water
the
up.
fungus will share it, the mycorrhizal fungi. That's a fun guy to have in your garden. Mike the fun guy. I just give these guys a little drink, and then I'm going to water in the mulch I just put on the 2 asparagus beds. But I dug down, those have been covered up by mulch. Paul Gauchi mulch style, back to Eden. It really is
A lot of
awesome.
what we're doing in our garden we've learned from Paul Gauchi.
Paul Gauchi gets a shout out, Elaine Ingham,
Yep.
James Prigioni, Dan Prigioni,
And Tuck.
and the amazing Tuck. the one, the only, the living legend, the Tuxter.
And Jake Mace up in
Jake
Phoenix.
Mace up in Phoenix, which is just a couple hours north of us. We're here
Growing
in
your
Zone-
greens.
Zone 9B,
In Vegas.
Sonoran Desert. So we try to make a food forest in the desert because we've seen other people do it and said we're going to do it too.
And why not?
And we love kabocha squash.
Well, there goes the crew. They're off for today.
If you go ahead and take a walk up through there, Cora, and show everybody, the row of kabocha squash curves around to your right at the far end. I might let you see that. They started sprouting about a week ago.
Yep. Well, let me go up where he just watered and show you what he's talking about here. All along this ridge line, the little green that you're seeing. We found that we really enjoy kabocha squash, particularly in our soups. So we grew some in the backyard last year, and we got some of the fruit from that. And my husband has since taken the seeds from that fruit. And as you can see, it's all down this ridge, all the way around here to this little corner here. So we're going to grow the kabocha and let it climb up along the fence. Because we found that they like to climb. It's funny how squash do that. They're these little tendrils that reach out and just twist and tie around things. And support quite a bit of weight that way. It's kind of cool to watch. So, this is the first video from Yardfarm. We look forward to bringing you more. Signing out.